Ghamza Jacobs. I'm a technical specialist within the cybersecurity team at UCT. We look after everything cybersecurity. I like to say that we're defenders, we protect, and we manage all sorts of risks to the people, information, and institution. It's very important to raise awareness about the threats we face in our digital lives. Everything is online these days. We do everything online, and people tend to have an inherent trust of this technology. What's happening now and how we're seeing threat actors sort of pivot. Systems are becoming more secure. We've got endpoint protection, people are becoming more aware, people are keeping devices up to date, devices are managed a lot better, we've got amazing security systems in place. So, and then this comes from the 90s, even with Kevin Mitnick and those very early hackers, is why go after the system when I can go after the user? So, if I can get the user to give me their password, why do I need to hack their next-gen firewalls and all of these other things? So that has always been a risk, and we see it across industries. A lot of the major breaches that happen, a lot of the major incidents that we read about in the news start with a human, often a human clicking a link. What these guys are doing now with AI and voice phishing or vishing, and again, phishing, vishing, all of this stuff, it's all just scams. There have been con men throughout time. People are going to always try to con you out of money, con you out of resources, con you out of whatever it is they want you to do for them. So that's what they are, and they employ social engineering tactics. These are known tactics, tactics like impersonating authority. People would come to your house dressed as a policeman, or someone from the city, or with a badge even. Hi, I'm from, and you just trust them. Like, who are you? So a big thing. That is a big thing right now, and that's why awareness is so important. It's a theme we've chosen because we would like to think we're all good citizens, we're all good people, hopefully. So what does being a good citizen actually mean? It means being respectful, it means helping, protecting the vulnerable, being aware of others. So being a good South African, for example, would mean respecting each other. We respect each other's cultures, we come together, we stand together, we help each other and protect each other. So we act a certain way when we're in public. We are hopefully respectful in public situations, whether we're at a concert, whether we're on the beach, whether we're in a shopping mall, whether we're hiking. We respect the environment and each other. Certainly in public spaces, and the internet is a public space, so we should be respectful. We should be good citizens and good users of the internet. It doesn't mean that we can't use things or we can't enjoy things, but we should do so in a respectful manner. We're given the resources and accesses to these resources, and we should treat it respectfully. Start with being aware of what you have access to. So being aware of the information you process, being aware of what you deal with. If you're dealing with student information, if you're dealing with personal information, any information for that matter, be aware of what you have. These things shouldn't just be shared willy-nilly. Be present and be conscious of what's going on. If something comes to you and it doesn't feel right, I like to think most of us have good intuition about things. And if you get a strange request, you get a weird request, the HOD is asking you for Google Play or Apple vouchers and they've never asked you before, maybe that's something you should confirm before doing. With regard to devices, a lot of the devices that a big drive from a lot of, from what we do at least, is to ensure that users keep their browsers updated, their software updated, their computers updated. Most people see updates and they go, not now. not this for that now, can't reboot now, can't restart now, but these are important things. So it's important to keep devices updated, to have things like a good endpoint protection or antivirus, as it would traditionally have been called, ensuring that you do things in a secure manner, that you're not just using an old device that's not updated and expecting it to be secured. We actually send out a lot of mails regularly about this type of stuff. Things like use MFA, use a strong, unique password everywhere. You're using words, don't use your dog's name, your kids' names, your birth dates, There's a lot to it, but it doesn't have to necessarily be hard. A lot of people see cybersecurity as that's a technical thing. There's a team in the corner that's looking after it, and they just sit there and do their thing and don't have to worry about it. But it's a cheesy saying, but it really is everyone's responsibility, and we all need to be responsible for ourselves and for protecting each other. I would hope that at the end of Cybersecurity Month, our community, the UCT community, is more aware of the threats that we face, aware of how easily one can fall prey to scams. And a lot of times we say, and people will often tell me, why do I get all these SMSs about courier? I obviously didn't order anything. It's like, people fall for it. That's why they're still doing it. They wouldn't be doing it if people didn't fall for it. And if you have that 2%, 5% click through, they'll catch you on that moment. Yeah, so I would hope that the awareness is raised on that, on the actions you can take as a user to protect yourself, to protect others around you, to protect the institution, to protect the information, to do whatever we can to enable security in everything that we do online.